Hello friends, again welcome to our video series of the ADBMS. We have to continue with our topic Plsql and trigger. In previous video, we already discussed about what is the advantages of Plsql, disadvantages of SQL, why we need a Plsql, difference between SQL and Plsql. So, in this video, we will discuss about the structure of the Plsql. Let's start with the Plsql. જેવી રીતે આપણે C પ્રોગ્રામિંગમાં સ્ટ્રક્ચર ફોલો કરીએ છીએ પ્રોગ્રામ લખવા માટે. ફોર એક્ઝામ્પલ, પહેલા હેડર ફાઇલ ઇન્ક્લુડ કરવાની, પછી void main લખવાનું, પછી વેરિયેબલ ડિક્લેર કરવાના, પછી આપણા ફંક્શન્સ લખવાના, પછી આપણું જે લોજિક હોય એ એપ્લાય કરવાનું, લાસ્ટમાં get ch લખવાનું. That means this is the structure of the C programming. Same as we need also a structure of the Plsql programming. So this known as generic block structure of the Plsql. Let's start. Plsql code grouped into structure called as block. જેમ C માં આપણે પ્રોગ્રામ કહીએ છીએ એમ Plsql ની અંદર આપણે બ્લોક કહેશું. શેને? તો કે Plsql નો કોડ જેમાં ગ્રુપ્ડ થયેલો હોય that is called as block. A block is called as a name block if it is not given a particular name or identified, then this block is known as anonymous block. જો Plsql ના બ્લોક ને આપણે કોઈ નામથી સેવ કરીએ તો એને named block કહેવામાં આવે છે, પણ જ્યારે એને કોઈ નામ આપવામાં નથી આવતું ત્યારે એને anonymous block તરીકે પણ ઓળખવામાં આવે છે. Name blocks are created while creating a database object such as function, procedure, packet and trigger. Block નું નામ આપવું જરૂરી છે જો આપણે block ની અંદર functions, procedures કે trigger નો અથવા packages નો use કરવો હોય તો. Let's see the structure of the Plsql. Okay. So, see in PPT we see that there is a declaration part. In declaration sections, always we have to do a declaration of the variable, functions, procedures, all the kinds of declaration available in the declaration section. But in Plsql, there is a optional part. It is not a compulsory. That means we have to use our variable, functions, procedures. If we having using variable functions, then we have to declare here. But Plsql structure start with the declaration section. After declaration, there is a begin sections. There is a begin keyword and executable commands. What are the logic of our Plsql is right here. Okay. Begin section is mandatory. That means in the Plsql block, begin sections is compulsory to write. After begin, there is a exceptions part. Exception is also a optional part. That means it handles a error exceptions handling. If we need in exception handling in our Plsql block, then we add exception section, otherwise it is optional. And last, it is and with semicolon. And with semicolon is also a mandatory part. This is the structure of the Plsql block. Let us see one by one in details. Notice that declaration and exception are optional while begin and end are mandatory. Also, semicolon at the end of the terminate the block. A Plsql contains three main sections: declaration, executable command and exceptions handling. Let's start with declarations. This section start with the keyword declare. Okay. If I want to declare any variable, then I must write a keyword declare. It defines an initialize variable and cursor used in the block. Variable, how to declare a variable, which is shown in our next video. Okay, and what do you mean by the cursor? We can see in this video series at last. This section is optional part. If the block does not require any variable or any cursor, then these sections can be omitted from the block. That means declaration section is not the mandatory part. Second part is executable command. This section start with the keyword begin. Okay, this is the only mandatory sections in the PLSQL block. It contains the various SQL and PLSQL statement functions like data retrieval, manipulations, looping, branching. As I said that our logic is in between begin and end and executable command. If I want to perform a summation of two variables, then A equals to B plus C we can write in the begin sections. Also our data retrieval query, data manipulations query, looping, branching, all the codes are we will written in begin sections. So begin is mandatory part of the our PLSQL block. After that, exception handling. The last part of the PLSQL is AND with semicolon. It is mandatory. Before that, exception handling is optional part. This part start with the keyword exceptions. These sections handle the error arise during the execution of the data manipulation statement in executable command section. This also a optional part. If block does not handle any exception explicitly, then this section can be omitted from the block. It is no need to write a exception handling. Clear? Okay, now this we discuss about the structure of the PLSQL. Let us repeat that: declaration section, begin section, exception section and AND sections. Now data types. Here are we already seen that PLSQL is the superset of the SQL. So PLSQL support all the data type which is supported by SQL plus another some extra added data type which is supported by the PLSQL. So along with the PLSQL, Oracle provides subtype of data type. For example, data type number having the sub data type called as integer. Let's see a one table with the category, data type and sub data type. For example, numerical data type, we need to numerical type of any kind of numerical operations, we need a number data type. The sub data type of number is binary, integer, decimal, double, precisions, float, integer, natural, positive, real, small integer. This all the kind of sub data type which is supported by the PLSQL. Second is character. Data type is char or long, varchar 2. Generally we used each and every SQL statement with the varchar 2. The sub data type which is supported by the PLSQL is character, varchar, string, n character and nv character 2. Date, for the date data type we have to use. For the binary, row, long row we used. For the boolean, there is a boolean data type can have a value of true or false or null. Row ID store the value of address of the each record. We will we already discussed row ID in index. This is the 18 digit of hexadecimal code. Okay, this all are the data type which is supported by the PLSQL. Okay, what is a variable? We very well know that value of the variable, why we need a variable. Again, in PLSQL, why we need a variable? Variables are used to store a value that may be changed during the execution of the program. In PLSQL, variable contains the resulting value from the query or expressions. For example, A equals to B plus B, then A variable contains the value of resulting from the query. Variables are declared in declaration sections of the PLSQL block. Okay, it must be assigned a valid data type and can also be initialized if necessary. Before we want to use a variable, it is mandatory to declare a variable, or if we need a value, then it must be assigned with valid data type and value. How to declare a variable? Let us see syntax. Variable name, data type, in bracket not null, colon equals to initial value. Data type can be any valid data type. For example, that I want a numeric data type, then I declare a number, integer, which is all the data types supported by the PLSQL. Here our colon equals to is used for assignment operator, not a equal to. It's colon equal to. We used in PLSQL for assignment operator. If variable need to initialize, then it is initialized with value at the also a declaration time. If not null is included in the declaration section variable, then the null value can during program execution, and such a variable must be initialized. If I declare a not null, that means variable must have a value. Let us see example. Okay, how to declare a variable in PLSQL. First of all, here our first example, NUM is a variable name and number is a data type in bracket with size. Match with syntax. Variable name, here num is variable name, data type number is data type in bracket size. Second one, VAL value, decimal value is a variable name, decimal is a data type. City, third one, city is variable name and character 10 is a data type. Name, another variable name, and varchar 10 is a data type. Fifth one, counter number 2 not null, initialized with 0. Here counter is a variable of number data type which is not a null. It is initialized with the 0. Okay, I hope all of you clear that how to declare a variable in the PLSQL. For more details, we will discuss this declaration in SQL implementation. So you all are clearly understand about how to use a variable in PLSQL. I hope you all are clear with the fundamentals of the PLSQL block structure and variable. If you are having any doubt regarding this, kindly mention in the comment box. I will try my best to solve your query. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for watching this video.